Hello my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Mary and I give you an extra warm welcome. I would love it if you can click the subscribe button and stay for a while. I upload 3 times a week. Get ready with me, so shop my stash, trying on new makeup. If it's beauty or makeup related, I will be posting it. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate you more than you know. So as you can tell from the title of the video, today we're just going to do a little get ready with me. And I am going to include a couple of new items that I have not tried with you all on camera. Only one of them. It's my very first time trying it. Yeah, okay, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with this video. Okay, I already put on the Ordinary Milky Toner. I totally forgot this is a get ready with me. Anyways, the Professional Matte Primer from Benefit Cosmetics. So this is one of the products that I have already tried. I did film this video, gosh, it's probably been 2 weeks plus, but I accidentally lost my footage. So I got a sample of this in one of my orders and it's new to me. So we're gonna add it to this video. It's like a new release, but not super new. Like in the makeup world, it's already considered old news. I have used it a couple of times. And so far I enjoy it. The texture is very similar to the original Professional, just maybe a tiny bit more, gosh, what's the word I'm looking for? Like it doesn't feel like it dries down. It feels just a tiny bit more hydrating, which is odd because it's a matte one. But so far, the times that I have used it, it's worked really well and has kept my oils at bay. I don't know how I would do in the summer because weather here is cooling down and it's really nice. All right, we are going to jump into the Magic Serum for the rest of my face. So the new Merit priming cream, whatever it's called, that is on my wish list. I'm hoping I'll probably get it during the Sephora VIB sale, which is coming. Well, it's not even called a VIB sale anymore. The Sephora sale, which is coming in October. I feel like maybe it's just me. It used to be in September, right? I don't know. And then like end towards the beginning of October. And it looks like this year it's starting mid-October and ending towards the end of October. Let me know if you remember it being in September. All right, my lovelies, apologies. I'm in my hoodie. It's a cozy day. Okay, so for today, we're gonna jump in to the Vive Skin Nova Complexion Balm, shade 230. This is a new product that they just launched. A dedicated video to this should be up before this video, for sure. But today, this is not the focus. I'm just using it because I've used the new Huda foundation a tiny bit more than this. I've used the Huda at least 4 times and this would only be my second for this Vive. I did purchase her sponge. I do really enjoy it. It reminds me of the Wet n Wild sponge that I love. That's my favorite beauty sponge. I have like so many of them. It's the one that I keep going back to is the Wet n Wild, but this one is really nice and the butt is flat. It's not round. Okay, that's what the base is looking like. My skin is just going through it, but I feel like the 2 blemishes I have here look decent. Okay, I'm gonna jump into the new Victoria Beckham concealer pen. I have the shade LM1. This is a pretty light coverage concealer. Not going to be for everyone. Also, the price point seemed to be bothering a lot of people. And I get it, $68 for a concealer pen, especially with how little product you get. I get it. Okay, so if I need more coverage, I'll jump in to the Westman concealer, which I have used that a tiny bit more than this one. Okay, I guess we're using the Vive 119 concealer brush. So this concealer literally sinks right into my skin like skincare. It does have claims that after a certain amount, I think it's 3 to 4 weeks, you do see the benefits of the skincare in the product. But I'm the kind of person where if I'm going to worry about my skincare, I'm just going to buy it. I'm not going to rely for my skincare in my makeup, you know? To me, makeup is makeup and skincare is skincare. Okay, so everything is looking really nice. Oh, my skin looks so good. Can you even tell that I have anything on? And look, for some, they probably think, well, why would you spend money to make it look like you have nothing on your skin? This is not how my skin looks without anything. So it's just enhancing my skin and making it look perfected. So for me, it's worth it. The money is totally worth it to make it look like my skin, but better. The Vive, I did the wear test yesterday. Oh my gosh. Wow, just wow. So if you've seen my video, you know, and if you haven't, this is your sign to go check it out. I'm gonna jump in just the slightest bit onto my Westman Atelier. My allergies. There was wind that we got the day before yesterday, and it blew some of the smoke from the fires going on in California. And so now my allergies are acting up and it's been insane. I've already had to use 2 nose sprays and an actual pill for allergies, which I only do that when it's like really, really bad. But my skin looks so good. I love it. Okay, I've really been enjoying the Victoria Beckham Contour Stylus. This is in the lightest shade, Travertine. Once I pan this, because there's not a lot of product in this little pen, I'll just start using the other shade I have. And then once I pan that one, I think I will be repurchasing one because this formula is really nice. Really, really nice. It's expensive for how much you get, but there's no denying that the formula is nice. Okay, we're gonna jump in to the Makeup by Mario Liquid Bronzer. I still stand by what I said, that I enjoy the Say more than this one. I pumped some out. This is still a really pretty formula. Medium is, gosh, my little hairs getting on my nerves. Medium is the shade that I picked up, and it's definitely a bronzing shade. This is the BK111, by the way. See how it leaves me nice and bronzed? Okay, I know fall is basically here, and usually I guess it just depends on my mood, but I just prefer warmer cheeks as far as blush goes. But for today, we're gonna jump into this Makeup by Mario Plumping Blush Veil. I'm still enjoying it. I think it's a beautiful, beautiful formula. I'm definitely enjoying the shade more than the lightest one that I have, which I believe Bare or Barely There, I can't remember, is the lightest shade. So I have to really build that one up. This one, I actually have to tread a tiny bit softly. This is the F4, and this is how I applied it. Was it yesterday or the day before yesterday? I can't remember, but it just looked so pretty. Okay, I already set my under eyes with a tiny bit of spray. I'm gonna jump into the Dolce & Gabbana pressed powder. This is, I think, the RMS brush that came with the powder. I always tap the excess. And I have tried this Dolce & Gabbana powder with the Westman. Did not like it too much with the Westman concealer, but maybe since this Victoria Beckham It's just a little lighter, a little more translucent and pigment and base. It might work better with the Victoria Beckham, but definitely don't enjoy the Dolce & Gabbana powder with the Westman. And I did do a side-by-side when I tried the Victoria Beckham, and the Westman and the Victoria Beckham performed very similarly, just different in coverage and price. So it's the huge difference. Other than that, performance-wise, I felt it was almost identical. No need to spend the $68 on the Victoria Beckham because the Westman will probably perform exactly the same. Okay, to powder the face, I'm going to use the RMS loose powder, which I absolutely love this powder. It's probably going to make it at the top of my list for launches of 2024 because it's just so good. And it doesn't matter what foundation I use it with, other than the RMS, which RMS did come out with a tint and I am intrigued, but since I bought the Huda and the Vive, I felt I didn't need to purchase another one, so that might have to wait. Okay, and the powder brush I used is the Vive 127 brush. Now we're gonna jump in to the Dior Contour and Highlighting Duo. Only 2 shades. I have the lightest out of the 2, so I really have to build this up. But it is a really pretty formula. This is the TF2, especially the highlighter in this one. Gorgeous. I'll probably add another bronzer since this one I really have to build up, but I'm mostly using it for powder contour. Okay, now I'm going to jump in to a tiny bit of the House Labs Velvet Bronzer. This is shade medium level 5, but for some reason there's only 3 shades available at Sephora. This is the TF1. I don't know if maybe they're reformulating this to be talc free and smaller like the blushes, but I hope that doesn't mean that this is going to be gone because I feel like a lot of people really adore this bronzer. It's a beautiful formula. It's definitely a unique formula. It's almost like a powdery clay consistency. It's really nice. Okay, and now for the other new product of this video, and it's from Singe Beauty. In case you didn't know, it's a brand that's owned by Angelica Nyqvist, who is here on YouTube. She first came out with eye brushes, then face brushes, a sponge, and a little puff. I believe I have the puff, not the sponge. And some makeup bags. I did purchase the large, and it's like that teddy bear type of cloth. And now blushes. So this is the Evocative Silk Blush. I purchased the shade Persistent Persimmon, whichever way you pronounce it. I know I looked it up, but I just can't quite remember how it was pronounced. And it's a beautiful orange, which I feel is perfect for summer and fall. This does match the blush that is inside, and I do enjoy the packaging. It's like 70s inspired, at least for me. That's the vibes I get. This is a magnetic, and it is cardboard, but it's like the nice feeling kind of cardboard. It doesn't feel cheap. It's a 24-month shelf life and made in PRC. So let's apply this TF3. Angelica Nyqvist enjoys some sort of sheen to her blushes, so all of these blushes have a glow to it. So if you don't like that, this will not be for you. But do you see that? So pretty. It's not ridiculous, the shimmer or sheen that is. I know sometimes it can get a little out of hand, but I feel like she did a really good job at making sure that it was the perfect amount of sheen where it just gives you a slight glow. Like you could wear this blush and probably not have to put any highlighter on. But Yeah, it's so pretty. Let me go ahead and swatch it. Like I've mentioned, I did already use some of these new products that I'm mentioning. I lost the footage, but do you see that? So pretty. And you don't have to use this alone the way that I am. You can add a tiny bit of another blush. Let's go in with this Baking Cakes from Fenty Beauty and just kind of leave the orangey tone at the apples of your cheek and give it the type of ombre effect. Which, by the way, this is okay. When you swatch it, the formula feels so soft, silky smooth, but for some reason, it doesn't perform the same with every single brush. I feel like synthetic brushes work a tiny bit better with this blush than like natural hair brushes. At least from the times that I have used it, that's what I've gathered. But yeah, that blush from Singe Beauty is just so pretty. Oh, okay, I just have one more new product and it's from Refy Beauty. Yesterday I used the Fave eye wands and I enjoyed how simple my look came out. So this is the eye wand in sand and you can use these as eye primers. I have used it as eye primer and it does not crease. I'm pretty sure yesterday when I used it, it didn't crease, but I honestly cannot remember. I think once you add shimmer, that's when it changes things. I did not mean to blend this out with my finger, but here we are. As you could see, it's like the tone of my skin, so using it as a eye primer is gonna work well for my skin tone. That is the shade Sand. I own 3 shades of these eye wands. I also have the Make Beauty ones, but those do crease, like not just a tiny bit, they crease. So I do have to wear an eye primer with those. Okay, so this one is the shade Mahogany. I think I'm just going to put it in the outer corner and on the lower lash line. Moda 466 brush. Okay, I think I'm going to leave it matte, but I did pull out this Make Beauty Continuum waterproof gel liner and it's black. Eclipse is the name of the tone and I'm just going to add it to the outer corner and just create a small little wing that I can smoke out. Same brush. I need to work fast because this is a waterproof liner and it does dry down fairly quick. Oh yeah, that totally amped it up just a tiny bit more. I do enjoy this liner for this particular use. As you all know, I don't use eyeliner in my waterline, so I don't use many of my eyeliners. I really need to pick back up on my declutter collection because I have so many lip liners and eyeliners that I really need to get rid of. Okay, for the eyebrows, I'm gonna jump into my Dominique Cosmetics. So it has that same shape as the new Glossier and also the same concept. Here it has the little sharpener. Yeah, right here it has a sharpener and all you do is pull out just a tiny bit and then move it back and forth and that will sharpen up that edge. The Glossier, the same concept, except I think theirs is just like a strip. It reminds me of like sandpaper, but I doubt it's sandpaper. It's probably a similar material to that. The shade I have, I believe, is dark brown, neutral brown, but I feel like this pulls a tiny bit more warm than neutral. And I do want to get a different shade because I believe she extended the shades. So I literally just shadow my brows, top and bottom, and the middle. I don't use a ton of brow pencil, just a tiny bit to cover up the sparse areas. Okay, and then I comb through. And that should do it. Okay, and that's the brows. Before I set them, I always like to go into my highlighter. So I'm going to jump in to the one in that duo from Dior. Such a beautiful highlight. I do enjoy Dior highlighters. They're just so pretty, so natural, so my vibe. That's either for you or it isn't. This is the Mini Cheek from Sonia G. I really don't need highlighter because of the Singe blush, but why not? Okay, now I can set my eyebrows and do my mascara. I'm gonna jump into the Anastasia Brow Freeze Gel. This is a good one. It's been working great. Keeps my eyebrows in place. Gets them a tiny bit hard, but not overly hard. If you don't like the crunchy feeling, this is probably not for you. I need the crunchy feeling, and that's how I know my eyebrows are gonna stay up, you know? Okay, now for the Watch Me mascara from What's Up Beauty. Love this mascara. I've mentioned it quite a bit on my channel. Great, I just got mascara on my eyelid. It's just so nice. Now I'm gonna turn it over to the other side of the wand. And I feel like for me, that's where the magic happens. Okay, now comes for the exciting part and probably the product that I'm the most excited about for this video. And that is from Refy Beauty. It is the Blur Liner. And basically it's a more soft application type of lip liner than the Refy Beauty Lip Sculpt. So I have the shade Dusk here, and for the new one I purchased the shade Umber. I wanted to purchase the shade Stone, but when this became available, for some reason Stone showed as sold out. I think I waited all day until I finally told myself, just go ahead and purchase your order before these sell out. I believe Stone is now back in stock, so I might put it on my wish list for the Sephora sale. But yeah, I'm super excited. This has, it does not say the shelf life, right? So it has a little glass, a little hourglass here, and 3 of 26 is what it says. Does that mean it expires in March of 2026? Made in South Korea. So the lip sculpt is like a pointy tip lip liner, and then it has a little sealant so that you can make this last all day. I don't really use the sealant. I already went through one of these. What was the shade? I cannot remember the shade, but I already went through one of these, and I'm hoping that I'll be panning this one soon. So that was my justification for purchasing one of these. Okay, so here is what it looks like. I do enjoy the aesthetics of Refy Beauty as a brand. Even though this is lightweight, the plastic doesn't feel cheap. Did I order this? No, I ordered it from Sephora, because the last time I ordered from the Refy Beauty website, and I will never order directly from the website ever again, it took so long, and at one point I thought my package was lost. It was just, here it is, not. And it's like a rounded tip because it's meant to be like a bigger lip liner. It's supposed to give you that blurring effect and not a precise liner application. Okay, so let me apply this. Ooh, soft. yeah, I'm gonna have to purchase Stone because that's the shade I originally wanted. But wow, so I smudge my lip liners anyways, and that is why I was so intrigued by these, because it just seemed like this formula is precisely for that, for those who enjoy your lip liner to look like it's smudged out and not a precise application. I wonder if it's as long lasting as the Refy Sculpt, because that's long lasting. It will be on your lips all day, but so far I'm enjoying. The application of this is so easy. Okay, so this is what that's looking like. You could probably fill it up a tiny bit more and just use it as a lipstick. You can also add the sealant from the lip sculpt, but I don't think I want to do that today. I did pull out one of my lip blushes from Refy Beauty. This is in the shade Guava. I own 3 shades, but I have no idea where the shade I used for my wedding is. Orchid, I think is the name. So we're gonna try this one and see. This is also another very similar formula where it's like the blurring, more natural, softening, almost filtered lip kind of lipstick. It makes it look feathered and soft. I enjoy this formula a lot. Okay, I wish I knew where my shade Orchid was. It's just a little bit more on the warm tone side versus like pink, but I still feel this lip looks really, really pretty. Okay, so I'm gonna apply the sealant to one of the swatches on the back of my hand, just so you could see, because I don't think this formula is super long lasting for this new product, this lip blur liner situation. But I do enjoy the concept because that's what I do with my lip liners anyways. I blur them out so it's not just a stark straight line for my lip line. Okay, so is it dry? Okay, so the top one does not have the sealant, and yeah, it's fading. So I don't think it's going to be as long lasting as the lip sculpt. But down here, it's still fading. Not as easy though. Okay. Okay, my lovelies, makeup is nice and done. I did go into the Gargoyle palette from Unearthly into Gothic Grace for my inner corner, and I think that pulled the look together. I think everything looks so pretty, natural, my skin but better, put together, but didn't have to try too hard. All of the new products, like I said, the Professional Matte Primer, I have used that a couple of times and so far it seems to do what it's supposed to do. Also, the blush from Singe Beauty, I've been enjoying that blush so much on its own as well as pairing with other blushes. The formula is really beautiful. I'm so tempted to pick up another shade, but I honestly and truthfully do not need any more blushes. And this blur liner from Refy Beauty, so far so good. It's exactly the type of lip product that I personally would really enjoy because it's something I already do with all of my liners. So yeah, I was pretty excited when I saw this announced. I think I definitely have to pick up the shade Stone because it just looks like a beautiful taupey warm tone. Yeah, okay. So I will keep using these new products. Both 2 of them, I've been using them for about a week, maybe a week and a half, but this Refy Beauty, I will keep using it so I can collect my full and final thoughts for the next time I use it on my channel or mention it on my channel. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for joining me with this little get ready with me and trying just a few new products. So much great makeup, so much great makeup out there, so much great makeup being released. Make sure to check out my other videos videos. I believe the Unearthly 3 Looks 1 palette for the Gargoyle palette was recently posted, so make sure to check that out for inspiration if you did pick up that palette. And I'm pretty sure the Fave complexion balm first impressions and pretty much a full face of Refy Beauty is going to go up before this video. Again, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate every single one of you. You have no idea, all the comments, all the likes. If you use my links to shop, it truly all does mean the world to me. With that being said, do not forget to give the video a big thumbs up, and also don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and I will see you all on my next video. Bye.